What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Diablo Immortal video. Inside of yesterday's video, we were talking about the Druid class coming to Diablo Immortal. Now, I brought this up because my good old friend Datamine ARPG rose from the ashes and was here to talk to us a little bit, giving me some tiny insight on the class. His answer was Druid indeed. At the point of recording this video, I did not know if he was just trolling or if he was just going along with it or not. I didn't have a discussion with him while recording this video. But last evening, I did get into a pretty in-depth discussion with him, and I wanted to let all of you know that his Druid indeed comment was not just his guess of the class, but it's actually something that he was able to dig out of some game files and see that he does believe that the Druid is coming to Diablo Immortal. This is exciting, guys. This is a class that many people have wanted. It's also not a brand new class to Diablo, so it's something that's going to be able to bring in some old school players that really want to dive in and play Druid if it's from Diablo 2 or even some Diablo 4 players. So if that's the class that we actually see this summer, I think it's going to be a very good thing for Diablo Immortal. Obviously, new classes are good as well. Bringing in the Blood Knight, bringing in the Tempest, brand new things for Diablo Immortal, very good. But if bringing in something like the Druid, or even in the future the Witch Doctor, that would get a lot of players very excited to try out Diablo Immortal, maybe even for the first time, because one of their favorite classes to play has entered the game. That's exciting. I wanted to just share that information with you guys quickly, that the Druid is looking better than we thought, even as of yesterday. More discussions to come on that in the near future, but for now, let's dive into Diablo Immortal and take a look at what's actually happening inside of the game today in the events. It's been the holidays, right? So everything's been a little bit quieter, but with that said, we still have the normal things going on. Alley of Blood is one of them. Now, Alley of Blood, I've actually put together my new PvP build. It's struggling though. I switched to the Crusader. I did this on a live stream just a few days ago, and I built out this class that is supposed to work really well, but I've been struggling to have it work. It doesn't do the best for me. I'm wondering if we can get into a quick match right here of Alley of Blood and try it out. Let's see if we can get into a match really quickly just to really feature this build a little bit, but my assumption is it will take a bit to queue up for this one. Battlegrounds, though, at the time of recording this has just ended, so it looks like, you know, we may be able to get a little bit lucky. Keep in mind, doing something like an Alley of Blood does not take into play your gem resonance. All of that is kind of stripped from you, so that's also nice as well. The build that I'm using right now, I will feature in an upcoming video, but it features 4 different set pieces. It also features a bunch. It's probably the slowest build I've ever played as inside of Diablo Immortal. Moving around, the movement is not fast by any means. And it looks like Alley of Blood is not going to queue up for us, so we're not going to sit here and wait forever. Plus, Battlegrounds is not available either, so it's not going to be something that I can quickly find for you guys. Let's see if I can try this out in the challenge rift though. Let's see if it'll do anything for me. It very well may not. We're gonna, actually we can do that. Look at this, we're actually above combat rating on a bunch of these. So let's go to this one right here. I'll feature the build in here. This is not by any means a, by no means whatsoever is this a farming style build. It's definitely much more for PvP, jumping into the fight and beating down all the opponents inside that fight with ticking DOT damage. So let's see how we can do though. I'm going to try and find myself some enemies that are, you know, blues or yellows, something that'll be a little bit more difficult to take down. I'm going to run right through these guys. Here we go. Is a yellow. So boom, boom, jump on in like that. And then it's the damage over time. Do you see how quickly that guy just went down? Very quickly with the damage. I love that. Is this still happening here? So we'll go here and here. I don't even need to jump in. It's just ticking away damage. See that? Wow. Very powerful for sure. I should actually try this in an Elder Rift as well, just to see that damage ticker that we get. And you know what I'm going to do after this? I'm going to take this in and use it on the dummies, just to see how much damage we can do over a 1-minute period of time. See, you just kind of walk on through with your auras running, and they just click through the damage. Now, the jumping element is here for PvP so I can leap into the battle right on top of any opponents. Because again, this build is really slow. To get them in the aura, the rings of your aura, can be quite difficult. And as you can see here, super slow. It's 1, 2, and then you jump on into the fight. Ticks of damage, we're good just right there. Okay, this is actually featuring pretty well how strong the build is, although we are not in a PvP setting, which is fine. Let's see if we can do it one last time. Boom, boom, jump in. And then you even have the invincibility as well, which is on like a 25-second cooldown or something like that. So we're just gonna stick here. We're gonna go with everything 1, 2. We're gonna use our 23-second cooldown. We're invincible right now. Look at us just shred through him. Wow, that was actually quite impressive and something that I should potentially push challenge rifts even a little bit more with. I did not realize that it would have been so strong here in the challenge rift. That's just because it drops so much damage. But how much damage does it drop? Let's go find out. I'm going to go over to the dummies really quickly. That was really good because I'm trying to progress gear, secondary gear, and primary gear. I have one piece of secondary gear that's not at level 20, and we want to get it there soon. All right, so which one is that? That's the boss. We're going to come right over here, and we are just going to go like this. Primary damage. I don't think that this does anything for damage, but we're going to hold on to it anyways. And okay, we're dropping a lot more damage than I ever did with my barbarian. Let's go here again. Here again. Nice. So we're doing it at least, shoot, we're almost at 2 million damage per second, which I know is not crazy compared to some of your builds that you guys are using. But this is definitely better than anything that I had with my barbarian, even when I was using the flicker stone with barbarian as well. This is actually pretty solid. What are we at? 35 seconds. I'm going to take it all the way to a minute just to see how much damage we do at the end. Keep in mind, I'm not even using the leap, and I'm not using anything for invincibility here either. So this is just 2 skills and primary attack, not using any ultimate. We're going to see what the breakdown looks like in just a moment. Boom. I'm going to actually go with Conjuration of Light as well. I don't think it does anything extra for damage, but just in case. Here we go. Boom. Pause right there. We are sitting at 95, or let's just say 96 million damage in 1 minute, 1.6 damage per second. And look at Conjuration of Light actually did bring in some damage at 5 million, but the majority of it came from our primary attack with 26 million. And, oh, actually, Conjuration of Light, I'm sorry, did no damage, 0 damage. But right here, when we take a look at the skills here, let me share with you guys what we're doing here with skills. There we go. So Judgment, throwing in crazy damage. Conjuration of Light, none. Shield Charge is going to do no damage either. Actually, I probably could have used Shield Charge to jump in there and do a little bit more damage as well, but I wasn't doing that. Either way, check out 60% of the damage right here. Conjuration of Light. Really nice build, sitting with 1.6 million damage per second. Probably the best I've done, and that's without optimizing my gems or anything like that. I still haven't gotten my optimization done on these gems, but that will happen. At the end of the day, today's video was a very simple one to confirm that the Druid is something that we will most likely be seeing this summer in Diablo Immortal from very trustworthy sources that are not Blizzard. So, hope you guys are excited about that. Hope you're enjoying your Sunday, and we'll start out the week fresh tomorrow.